And there was a high-stakes meeting at the White House today. Ukraine's President Zelenskyy and a group of European leaders fly to Washington on the heels of Friday's Alaska summit between President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin.
So the tone today, much different than it was 6 months ago when Zelenskyy was told to leave the Oval Office. Our political reporter Marianne Ahern is here with the major takeaways from this big high-stakes meeting today.
Absolutely, and the focus today, security guarantees, as Ukraine meets at the White House to discuss a path for ending the war in Ukraine. Zelensky's in-person meeting today, along with the European leaders, viewed as a way to reset from that Alaska summit. Let's take a look at the map, because negotiating an end to this conflict, the bottom line, will there be land transfers? Ukraine does not support redrawing its borders. What are the security guarantees for Ukraine? President Trump is pushing for a trilat: Zelenskyy, Putin, and Trump in person.
We are ready for trilateral, as President said. This is a good signal about trilateral. I think this is very good.
When it comes to security, there's going to be a lot of help. It's going to be good. They are first line of defense because they're there. They're Europe. But we're going to help them out also. We'll be involved.
There's no word yet from Putin on what was discussed today. However, President Trump says he will be speaking to Putin later this evening.
I understand there also was a hot mic moment when President Trump said that Putin actually wants to reach a resolution for him, for Trump.
Yes, sir. Yes, that is exactly what happened. There was this moment when the cameras and the reporters were allowed in the room. You can hear the president say, "I think he wants to make a deal for me." The European leaders invited by Trump came to support Zelenskyy. Some were concerned what might be next for their countries if there is no peace deal now. I did speak with Northwestern University's political science professor Will Reno. He has been to Ukraine since this war broke out many times.
Our power relies in large part about others' perceptions of our power. And when there's inconsistency, when there are sudden reversals of position and then corrective action, that undercuts our power. I traveled to Ukraine on frequent occasions. I've been there 8 times since the full-scale invasion for the work that I do related to foreign military training. And in that period of time, we've seen Russia step up these attacks. And the ineffectiveness, I think, of the U.S. negotiating strategy up to this point makes the United States seem fairly weak in that context.
Professor Reno leads a research team funded by the Defense Department that looks at the effectiveness of foreign military training. He'll be traveling back there soon. He certainly has an interesting perspective.
It's very interesting, and even just thinking, of course, the point now is to get a ceasefire on the table, to get the bullets to stop.
Right.
But then the question, what happens after that? How do you prevent Russia from doing this again?
And will it include U.S. troops
Right.
as part of that security guarantee?
Okay, we'll see what happens.